Hey folks, so we're gonna do a topic here, and a very random topic. This random topic would be a very fucking random one, and that would be what fictional cops in TVs and movies that we've seen that we wish were real people in real life. You know, cops that actually take care of shit. And well, let's get on with it. So, my favorite fictional cop, I'd say number one, I would have to give to the fucking one and only, well, I'd say the one and only of this time in the 80s of of the 80s, I'm going to give it to Martin Riggs of Lethal Weapon. Martin Riggs, a real bad attitude. The man wasn't afraid to wake up in a pile of beer, and the man knew how to have a fun time, but he had no problem with putting a bullet in a fucking terrorist's head who was threatening a little kid. So there's that. He was a character that was he was rough around the edges, Martin Riggs. And when you had a character like um, Roger to take him in and uh, give him a sort of a family environment, and that was touching. Um, it was touching, and because what we know is that the character had recently lost his wife, and that was sad to begin with. But we also know he has a death wish. You know, Danny Glover will say, Danny Glover's character will be like, "You got a death wish. You got a death wish. You really are crazy." You know, little lines like that. I can't work with him. Their chemistry together just was fucking hilarious. Their chemistry. So I would honestly give the top cop, but he also went out of his way to protect people, though. He wasn't okay. Let me back up a little bit. So we see him sort of talking. A guy is ready to jump off a ledge. Okay, I get that. Yeah, that's bad. And he jumps off with him. That's funny. What I mean when I say fictional cops that I wish were real, relatable, and not like a fucking robot. Cops with humanity and like they, how do I put it? Well, I'm just gonna fucking. He's a good fictional cop. Okay, whatever. Right? He's a good fictional cop, and I do wish Martin Riggs were a real cop in real life because he probably would not waste his fucking time on weed busts or whatever. And he, again, just in general, my favorite action movie cop, um, definitely. And second, I'd have to say our beloved John McClane, Bruce Willis, who was sarcastic through funny puns at his opponents. Uh, Come on, let's have a few laughs. Come on. Die Hard is without a doubt a great classic, a great Christmas classic, if I may add. And I thought this would be a good season to do this around. Was Christmas season where I'll talk about my favorite cops of action movies that are maybe take place around this sort of season. And uh, but yeah, John McClane, but he's easily the second best. Because who couldn't love John McClane? Come on, you played the games, Die Hard, you played them. Now I like Die Hard. I like Die Hard 2. I like Die Hard with a Vengeance and Live for Your Die Hard. I won't watch the last movie. I will not. I refuse to watch the last movie because it's not my thing. So that's all there is to it. I want to make this video quick. Third Cop, and this will be a TV show. Again, I said fictional, not just movies. Fox Mulder. The reason why I am able to get on board with Fox Mulder quite a bit is he definitely looks at things from all kinds of different angles, from any perspective, and that's what we love about Fox Mulder, is that he's open-minded, very open-minded, and he's understanding. And for example, in an episode where Seth Green plays the pothead character, um, the actor Seth Green, who does Robot Chicken, he's a pothead character, right? And they saw a beam floating on the sky, and Fox and fucking Scully. And again, Scully counts as a good cop. They catch the kids out in the field, and they don't turn them in. They don't take them in. They don't arrest them. They buy them a meal. They Fox Mulder buys him a cheeseburger, and he's like eating the cheeseburger and making jokes. So I like that Fox Mulder is sort of playful and he's understanding, and you could tell that he was sort of that kid at one point. He's understanding. So and that's all that matters. He wants to get answers. He's not after the little fish. He's after the big fish. And that's how it should be. Um, he's not out to get anybody. He just wants to go after the big fish. And he buys Seth girlfriend and his Seth girlfriend. Sorry, Seth Seth Green and his girlfriend a meal at a burger joint in the X-Files. And I love that part where he gets to know these kids. And but throughout the series, throughout the series, he's very understanding and he's very slow to act. He's slow to act, and he's very quick to think, and that's how it should be. Where he doesn't pull the trigger and ask questions later. He thinks about who he has to protect first, and even if there is someone who's dangerous, he'll think to himself, okay, well, how can I help this person? And I think that's an important quality in a cop, a fictional cop, but also cops in real life. I mean, that we see daily. And he again, I'm not talking about real, but if I preferred my cops to be real, it'd be like this guy who took his time to get to know somebody and who wasn't judgmental or egotistical, and he took time to get to know these characters. We've gotten to know this character over the years. I mean, X-Files, what it went on for 11 seasons, I believe. And I think I own actually, well, I do own season 1. I own season 2. I own season 9, I believe, where Doggett took over. T1000. Um, and yeah, no, I've always loved David Duchovny. David Duchovny plays a great cop. 3, I'll go Axel Foley. Your original Beverly Hills cop who is not afraid to make jokes in the midst of danger, and he's not afraid to laugh and have a good time. And even when there's other cops who are like more stuck up, they push him around. Like the one cop, what was it? Was it Billy? I think it was Billy. It wasn't Billy. It was the one who was friends. He was friends with Judge Reinhold, the bigger guy. He pushed Axel Foley, And then the lead captain asked him, "Do you want to press charges?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to do that," because he's not like that. He was understanding, and he only wanted to get the job done, but he did it in his own way. He'd maybe break some laws to do that, like he'd sneak into a backyard or jump fences, and that's what we love. We love those fictional cops who hop fences, and they're the teenagers that we want. They were, how do I put it? We they're the cops that would have been easy on us as teenagers. Let's put it that way. Extra fully jumping gates and sneaking security codes and picking locks. Good old Axel Foley. Putting a banana in a tailpipe. You gotta put a banana in a tailpipe. He put a banana in a tailpipe. Oh, put a banana in a tailpipe. You gotta do it right, yeah. You gotta put a banana in a tailpipe. Yeah, it's my favorite line. And Beverly Hills Cop is when he puts the banana in the fucking tailpipe. So that's classic. And Judge Reinhold, he's a good cop. And that I think that might be Billy, I believe. So I do believe that is Billy. I believe so. So um, let me think here. And I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I did not write anything down. I just had some thoughts. And number 4. Give me a minute. I know it's impatient. Don't be impatient with me. It was Fox Mulder and Axa Foley and there was another one. There was. There was another one. See, I said Riggs from Lethal Weapon, John McClane, um, Fox Mulder, Axel Foley. There is another one I'm thinking of. I can't off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. How do I not fucking? Are you fucking serious? Those are the ones that come to mind mostly. They really are. Those top Axel Foley 1, 2, 3, 4. There sort of 5 come to mind, and those 5 come to mind, and I don't know if there's another one, honestly. Yeah, I know you're gonna be disappointed in me. I know I said my top favorite, but come on. Okay, yes. Wait, probably not. Probably not. I should not say Tommy Lee Jones from The Fugitive or U.S. Marshals. I probably should not say because he broke so many laws trying to get his fugitives over the throughout the double series. He broke so many fucking laws in his series. Again, he was a somewhat good cop. I'm not going to say Tommy Lee Jones from U.S. Marshals as bad as I want to. I will not say him because that's a very there's some problems there uh, in the movies that he. I'm trying to think here. I guess I should have thought this through a little bit. Well, the thing is, I didn't know there'd be a sixth one because they're not really there's not really that many ever. So um, the ones I mentioned are the main good ones. Let's just get that straight. Okay, okay, you're gonna laugh at me. Dewey from Scream. Okay, yeah, he's not that good. All right, he dies, and which that's a big fucking mistake. We'll talk about that a different time, but that pissed me off. That fucking pissed me off. That he died. It really did. Dewey, um, his death in Scream 5 always bugged me. Always fucking bugged me. I First of all, he's this smart cop now, and then he turns his back, and and he's just dead, and he didn't put up that good of a fight, and it's like he should have been trained. I don't know. I just think this could have went better, but Dewey is one of my favorite fictional cops, easily. He's a cop that he's he's easy on people. If people are in a state of frustration and they're struggling, he's easy on them. But at the same time, I almost want to say I feel like that's what got him killed to begin with, because he was not hard enough. I wish that he was a little harder in season 5. I mean, the fifth installment. I wish he was a little bit maybe rough around the edges, which you could tell he picked up maybe a alcohol addiction, and he had sort of actually that sort of Martin Riggs quality about him from Lethal Weapon, where he's living alone in the fucking home, and I think it's a trailer home, I think, and there's liquor bottles everywhere, but you can tell that he's experienced and he's rough around the edges because of all the stuff that he's been through. Um, yeah, easily Dewey. Yeah, and the next one I'm gonna say, which I know I'm going to do, Ernie Hudson from The Crow. That's right, Ernie Hudson's character from The Crow, who was very understanding of the situation. He was understanding of Eric Draven's situation and what had gone on, and he sort of took Shelley under his wing. When Eric died, and he bought her a hot dog at the hot dog stand, and he joked with her. How do you steal that thing on the wet street? Pure talent. I know line for line, literally. So I'd easily say Ernie Hudson from The Crow. That'd be my last. I'd say my favorite. My favorite last, definitely. That's pretty much it for me. But well, hold on a second here. Maybe even maybe even Donnie Wahlberg from Saw 2. Maybe even him, who was sort of a cop who his son was missing. So you understand his irritation, but he's also a cop that wants to find his son, and but he's not afraid to fuck someone up. So I'll say him too. I think that was Saw 2. Was that Saw 2? Where his son's trapped? I don't know. Whatever. You know what? You could just educate me. Whatever. But I'd easily, like, I'm not a big, again, in real life, let's not talk about that. We're not going to get into that, okay? Yeah, these are my favorite fictional cops, and this is how they should act. And yes, again, X Files. I own season 2. I own actually here. I own. I have season 9 down there somewhere. I don't know where. I do own season 9, so I these discs are in here very nicely. See, they're in there very nicely. It's a nice set. If you want to buy an X Files set, they won't let you down. They're in there very neat, very neat. If you wanted to, you know. So yeah, there's a random topic, just a very random. I wanted to just talk about. I wish these cops were like in real life. You know, I wish they acted like this in real life and they weren't just attacking you all the time. Um, but I'm not saying that happens to me. I'm just saying that I've seen things that happen to other people, and I wish they were easier. And well, again, I don't want them to be as easy. I want them to be safe still. Again, they're fictional cops. Fictional. If I had to choose a few fictional ones, this would be it. So, uh, uh, thank you for watching. If you did, and yeah, let me maybe let me know your thoughts or whatever. Maybe this might be controversial. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Bye.